Welcome back to Fireplace Conversations, where African stories ignite global impact. I'm Dr. Ikechukwu Okoh, and today I want us to have an honest conversation about something you and I face every single day, especially if you lead, build, or even dream big. It's called noise. And when I say noise, I don't just mean the loud generator hum when NEPA takes light in Lagos. I mean the constant mental noise, opinions, notifications, headlines, hot takes, and expectations. Everywhere you turn, someone is shouting, "Do this, buy that, post now or be forgotten." It's exhausting. You wake up, grab your phone, and boom, you're already in 5 conversations you didn't choose. Social media tells you what's trending, the news tells you what's urgent, and before you've even had breakfast, your mind is overloaded. I know this feeling because I've lived it, and that's where today's episode comes in. It's called Leadership in the Age of Noise: How to Stay Rooted When Everyone's Shouting. This isn't theory, this is survival for modern leaders, because if you don't master the noise will master you. And when that happens, you don't lead, you react, you don't create, you imitate. Let's discuss how to lower the volume without compromising your influence, because here's the truth. The leaders who thrive in this age are not the loudest, they're the clearest. Grab your tea, your coffee, or maybe even some roasted groundnuts and lean in. This is going to be a hell of a ride. Let me start with a story, because if we can't keep it real here, then what's the point, right? A few years ago, during my time leading a major healthcare project, my phone became my boss. Twitter was on fire with healthcare debates. LinkedIn was buzzing with think pieces. WhatsApp groups, oh, those were like parliament sessions every hour. Everyone had an opinion. Everyone expected a response. I felt this crazy pressure. You have to speak now. If you don't, you'll look out of touch. So I jumped in. I tweeted, I wrote posts, I responded to DMs at midnight. I was everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Then one day I asked myself a question that stopped me in my tracks. Am I leading or just performing leadership online? That question burned, because deep down I knew the truth. I was busy but not effective, loud but not leading. I was reacting to everyone else's agenda and neglecting my own. Maybe you felt that too, that sense that you're always responding, always online, always on, but your real work, your real impact is falling behind. If that's you, stay with me, because the next part of this conversation is for you. Noise isn't just annoying, it's dangerous. It doesn't just distract you, it drains you. It shapes your decisions without your consent in many ways. 1. Noise creates hurry. When you live in constant noise, everything feels urgent. You start rushing decisions, not because they're strategic, but because they're loud. And here's the truth. Hurry is the enemy of wisdom. The best decisions need clarity, not chaos. 2. Noise fuels comparison. Every scroll feels like a scoreboard. Someone has more followers, more deals, more headlines, and if you're not careful, you start building for applause instead of purpose. 3. Noise drowns your inner voice. Your most powerful leadership tool isn't your platform, it's your perspective. But you can't hear your voice when you're drowning in everyone else's opinions. You can't chase 2 antelopes at the same time. If you're chasing every opinion, you'll lose your original path. The danger isn't that you'll fail loudly. The danger is that you'll succeed at the wrong thing quietly. The good news is you don't have to fight noise with more noise. Real power comes from clarity, from stillness, from roots. Think about Nelson Mandela. He didn't lead through constant commentary. He led through clarity and calm conviction. Or Wangari Maathai. She planted trees when the world debated policies. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was a strategy. The strongest leaders in noisy times aren't the loudest, they're the clearest. They know when to speak, when to pause, and when to listen. When the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Depth provides stability when everything else is in flux. So, how do you become that kind of leader? Let's talk practical steps next. 1. Start your day without noise. Before you open Instagram, check WhatsApp, or dive into email, give yourself 20 minutes of quiet. Pray, journal, breathe. If you start in chaos, you'll live in turmoil. 2. Filter your feeds. You control what you consume. If your feed triggers comparison or anxiety, mute it, unfollow, curate. Your mental space is leadership real estate. Don't rent it out to noise. 3. Create before you consume. Before scrolling, write. Before reading others' posts, draft your priorities for the day. Leaders don't just react, they set the tone. 4. Speak less, listen more. The loudest voice isn't always the wisest. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say adding value or adding noise? If it's the latter, let silence speak for itself. 5. Build reflection rhythms. Schedule a weekly quiet hour. No phone, no meetings, just you, your thoughts, and a pen. Reflection isn't a luxury, it's oxygen for clarity. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Slow down. Stay grounded. Leadership isn't about speed, it's about depth. Before we close, let's pause for a quick reflection. What noise do you need to silence this week so you can hear your voice again? Please write it down. Make it specific. It might be unnecessary scrolling, negative conversations, or the constant urge to react to every online debate. For the next 7 days, commit to these simple but powerful steps. Day 1. Turn off all non-essential notifications for 24 hours. Day 2. No social media until noon. Start the day with purpose, not pressure. Day 3. Schedule a 30-minute quiet block to think, plan, or breathe. Day 4. Journal your top 3 priorities before checking your phone. Day 5. Identify 3 noise triggers and reduce or remove them. Day 6. Spend 1 hour outdoors without your phone. Let nature reset your mind. Day 7. Reflect on the week. Ask yourself, what changed in me when I lowered the volume of the world? Tag me at Ikechukwu Okoh on LinkedIn or use hashtag Fireplace Conversations to share your progress. Let's build a tribe that values clarity over chaos, depth over drama. Next week, we'll explore leading through uncertainty, how to make decisions when the future is foggy. Until then, protect your peace, guard your focus, and remember, your leadership power isn't in the noise, it's in your clarity. If this episode moved you, share it with one builder, one dreamer, and one doubter. Let's spread the fire.